Alright, here we are back. Time to travel to Blackboard Island. So on the exterior of Blackboard Island there is some crafting to be had. And there's also some bone rolls too. This one does not wish to find the bone rolls. This one likes them. So, inside, we will go to find the item. Here we go. As you can see, the crew are all undead. Every single one of them is dead. Oh, undead. Good. Kind of dead, kind of alive. You know how it works. I got two more point heads right here. Very good, very good. Alright. Half an hour here. Maybe a little bit of crafting here. Let's see if I can cut the wire. There's something stuck up in here and there's not. So, back down the last we go. Okay. We finally go in there and let's make sure we're good with something here. Oh, a lost sound box. So there's diamond, there's some gold. Very nice. Okay, let's go inside the ship. cemetery there. Got some white sheep. So you can hit these skeletons. This one right there. These skeletons are pretty much all over the place. So, got quite a few to clear out. The sheep is a bit like the Thanatos Manor in Oblivion. In that you have to clear it out before you can own it. And also like Thanatos Manor, it is haunted by the dead. Although not because some crazy nutcase is also trying to make himself a leech. Captain's boss, Captain's horse. Let's see how these look on today's in a minute. That's the captain. It's a good. Ah, serious is great. There you go. It's a very nice saber. Beautiful blade, yes? A very powerful blade too, I might add. Right, 28th of last sea, 3E39. We set sail on Deadman's Dread in the summer to take advantage of the calmer winds, yet Kendrick saw fit to throw us off course, and now we find ourselves stranded in a fog. With no sun or stars to guide us, they could have used a sunstone for this one. The crew is blaming the young navigator, Javier, for steering us into it. In truth, I only brought him on board because the old captain took ill, and we were desperately short on men. 4th of Horsebar, 3E39. One of the crew, Asif, says he was once a priest of Arcade and used to perform the rites he believes. He believes the former captain was murdered. I'll keep this between him and I until I know more. 22nd of Horsebar, 3E39. I've kept the date by marking the back of this journal, but there are times I forget, and in truth I don't know whether it's the 22nd of Hearthfire or the 1st of the new year. But the cold is enough to tell us that winter is on its way. We need to find land soon, as the men are getting nervous. There's been 3 fights of our rations in the past week. Worse yet, I'm starting to lose my head. There are times I look west and see the golden sands of Jos Makai on the curve of the horizon. I have to force myself to look away, knowing there's nothing there. 2nd of Frostfall, 3E39. We finally managed to find land in this barren frost. Men are joyous, based on the markings inside the grotto. It looks like we've reached Blackbone Isle, An old pirate den of all things. Many of us were corsairs before we placed ourselves to the crown. So perhaps coming here was more than luck. Either way, we can't be far from the mainland now. I head south to West Skyrim in the morning. There to Foxball 339. We are a crew of Deadman, and this ship is our tomb. The entrance collapsed in the middle of the night, shooting us inside. Still, we might have found a way back to shore had the forebearer among us Kavir not sabotaged the skiffs. Spy crime as much as his, from the one that brought him on board. For his part, the forebearer made no attempt to resist or escape. In fact, he readily admitted to the deed, as well of the death of our former captain. He wanted us to know exactly who it was that he served, so that every crown would know that nowhere in Tamriel was safe. We put him in the brig and left him to rot. Some of the men wanted a more creative punishment, but the reality is, there's no worse fate than the one he doomed us to. 5th of Frostball 339. The situation is dire. The food stocks are depleted, and half of the men are crippled with fever. The crew have no delusions about what comes next, but we can still die with purpose. Before the old captain died, he told me that the saber on his wall belonged to Sirius himself, that it was worth more than 1,000 ships full of plunder. I've never asked how he knew Sirius or how he came upon his sword, but I know protecting the hero's legacy was important to him, and now the honor falls to us. I gave each man a choice. Some opted for a drink, others chose a more dramatic exit. As we depart, we will pray to Arcade to bind our soul to the ship, just as Prince Sator was bound to a gem so many years ago. We will protect the relics of Sirius and honor the crown. We will do in death what we could not do in life. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna cut here. When we back up, we will be back with the next part.